I'm recording. Okay. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I loved my weekend. I totally checked out. I behaved a little recklessly, which I think is always fun and necessary at some points. I reconnected with a lot of old friends, and yeah, I just had a really good weekend. So this is gonna be kind of a shorter call, and I just want to really kind of focus in on what we can do in 10 days to tune up our business. If you're sitting at SE0, if you're sitting at 2 or 4, I think that we can take this action plan and really focus it in on hitting our goals in the next 10 days. So the first one is I want you to revisit your goal. So let's go around and I'll start with what my goal was for this month and how I'm going to adjust it for the next 10 days based on what's happened this month, because life comes up, right? Sometimes goals need to be adjusted. So my initial goal for the month of August was to hit Success Club 40. I knew that would really boost my team cup. And I wanted to sign coaches and I wanted to sign customers because I'm really lacking in that area in elite points. And so that's what I wanted. I wanted Success Club 40. Right now I sit at Success Club 16 with links out for 20. What my new goal is I want Success Club 20 in my first business center, and I want my second business center that I opened this month to go Emerald. So Success Club 4 to 6 in that business center. And really I want to shift my focus on hitting high Success Club numbers to focus on my coaches hitting Success Club numbers. And so, I'll hit my 10 or I'll hit my 20 early on, and then I want to refocus in on how can I help my coaches better. So that's been after I talked with corporate twice this month already, and I talked with Raina twice, and I had another leadership call last week, and I needed to adjust my goals because my goal of SC40 was not really taking my team into account. I'm going to have to work my tail off and kind of put them on the back burner if that was my, if that was the number one priority, and it's not. So I'm okay with adjusting those goals. Let's go around. Shandy, you want to start? Can't hear you because you're on mute.
Can someone else do it so I can try to get my event set up while I'm listening?
Sure. Jenny, you want to go?
Are we just talking about what our goal was?
Mm-hmm. And then if we have to adjust it, then we can.
Okay. I had set my goal for SC10 this month, and I'm at SC2. I have a link out for 4.
Nice. How are your conversations going?
A little slow.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Well, I guess I've been focusing more on forming right now because I didn't have a lot of that going. So I've been focusing more into talking about health and fitness.
What was that last part you kind of cut out?
Oh, my internet is crappy tonight. I was saying that my conversations, I'm having trouble, I guess, like getting it to go into health and fitness.
Okay. I know you're posting your workouts every single day because I see them. I see your sweaty selfies. I saw a video the other day about, I think it was Sean Week. So that was awesome. Are you asking them questions that would lead them to ask you questions?
No. No, not really, I guess.
Okay. All right. So in the forming, a lot of times we can make that shift where, hey, what have you been up to? Like just simple as that. What have you been up to? What are you guys doing, this summer? Or how crazy was it getting ready for school? And a lot of times they turn around and ask you that same question. We've been great. How about you? Something like that. So I'm just kind of leading them, hey, what have you been doing lately? Hey, how have you been dealing with the stress of going back to school? I mean, I think that you're dealing with the stress of going back to school by getting your workout in, by refocusing on your personal development, by, having clean food in the house to eat and things like that. And that's how, I just talk about my life. And since I'm living this lifestyle, it leads right into the health and fitness track. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So just talking about you and talking about what's different with your family, or ask them how their husband's doing. And then you can go into how Keith's doing, with starting 22-minute hard corps and doing Sean Week with you the week before, because it was something that you were really passionate about. And, you're really excited about this point in your marriage. Like, that's inspiring to people. Like, they're going to want to have a conversation about that. Or maybe they need help in that area. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah,
helps.
So taking that forming and really kind of shaping the conversation so that they're going to ask you about you, and you're living this life. I mean, it's a lifestyle. If we're not living it, it's going to be like, oh yeah, well, I stopped at Taco Bell tonight for dinner. And they're like, she's a health and fitness coach? What? It's not going to make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, definitely let's take those forms and go a little bit deeper with them. And if you have any trouble, if you feel like you're at a roadblock, just screenshot me. I'll do my best to help you.
Okay.
Absolutely. Nicole, what do you got?
Okay, sorry. I'm at SC12 right now. My goal was SC20. I'm a teacher, so school started this week, and I've been focusing a lot on that. And me personally, I am doing morning workouts, which is awesome because I'm very much a person who sleeps in. So I'm trying to focus on changing some of those routines for me. So I've kind of been at 12 for a week now. But I think after I talked to Kate this week, after my talk with her, I think that I'm going to focus on my husband's business for the rest of this month and try and build it to an emerald, so that I have him on one of my legs, and then I can focus on my other leg so I can get up to diamond.
I love it. I think that's a really good goal shift, and you're at that 12. That rank advancement the rest of this month is going to help your team cup team huge, and it really just sets you up for one person that sees the potential in this business, and you pop diamond with one person, with one working coach. That's how I did it. That's how Shandy did it. One working coach, you can get yourself to diamond. So I would also adjust your posting a little bit to start searching for that person.
Right.
To start saying, so Samantha Holly shared her post in the Lux tonight about the type of toilet paper that she's buying. It's simple things that can really speak to somebody in your situation. Somebody
right.
like you. So it can't be, it could be a toilet paper post if that's, what you're spending the Beachbody money on, but really it needs to be personal, because you want it to speak to somebody that has your mentality and values what you value.
Right.
All right. Awesome. Miss Olga, you're sideways.
I am. I'm sorry.
You're all
My
good.
phone. Hold on. Let me fix you. I have a very short charger, and every outlet is too far. I can't find my 10-foot cable. Sorry.
You're all good.
I'm sorry. I missed the beginning. So what are we doing?
We're revisiting our goals, and if we need to adjust them, then we are. Like my goal was SC40. I've adjusted to SC20 and hitting Emerald in my second business center. Like I realized that I don't need those extra 20 points. I need to focus my attention on you guys.
Got it. I think my goal was SC20. I am at 6 as of this morning, which made me very happy. I think my goal, more than points itself, is really make sure I connect with every single person that actually replied to my RSVPs and messages that I still have not gotten to. So that is, of course, tomorrow is supposed to be a working day, but it's also the eclipse. So I'll have the kids at home. Between tomorrow and Tuesday, I should be able to get back to all those people. And tonight, if those go well, then that will, translate into my goal. That and my Sunday night. No, today's Sunday. My Friday night post. I posted a transformation on Friday night, and that got me some new faces of people that I've had for a while. And then I also got some hits on it on Instagram too. And yeah, I would like to at least reach, 12. But see, I need to put points on Sean's site too. So I think I need to put some points there. When I get the next points, I think I'm going to put them under Sean.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I think working that spouse account is huge, and it's not totally huge for income in the beginning, but for income at a later potential date, and having that strength on what I hope is the weak leg. But even if not, you can determine what your weak leg is. You can determine what is truly your strong leg. That's not totally up to me and to Raina and to the people above you. That's basically up to you. So yes, I like the spouse accounts. Very good.
Yep.
Julie. I can't.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Can you hear me now? So my goal was SC10, and I'm at SC2, and just sent another link out tonight. She's signing up tonight or tomorrow. So that'll put me at SC4. And I think my goal at this point is just Success Club. To hit, what am I trying to say? To help 3 people. I signed up another customer, but she just wanted the BOD. She didn't want psychology, so that doesn't count. But maybe it will in the future. So.
Absolutely. I've got one that I signed up on BOD last week. She's been working out every single day, and she said on Thursday or Friday she's going to be ready to do the full program with Shakeology and everything. So those BOD signups, do not discount those at all. Stick with them. Show them the attention that they deserve on their journey, and make sure you've got them in a group where they can see the transformations, where they can see the Shakeology posts, where they can just kind of be exposed to what the full Beachbody experience is. So Shando, are you ready?
I got her.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Julie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got her through another challenger, and I haven't really even met her or any, I friended her on Facebook, but she hasn't friended back. So I need to figure out how to get her into the groups and stuff.
Yeah, I would just send a pretty little short message, or even an email or a text message if you have her phone number through what Beachbody gave you for customer contact, and say, hey, I know that not everybody checks Facebook on a regular basis, but if you could go ahead and accept my friend request so I could get you into the group, so I can support you on this journey and let you know what resources we have via meal plans and recipes, and even how to access BOD. We've got those how-to videos in the Fight the Funk group and things like that you can tag her in, and that would be would definitely be worth her time. So
cool. Okay.
Shando?
Okay. My goal was 20, and I'm at 2, like my first 2 for the past few months. Having good conversations, getting people interacting with my free group that was supposed to start tomorrow, but I'm going to push it back until Tuesday, just because of the weekend. So I think I'm going to change my goal to 12, but I still need to keep pushing for 20. But I'm hoping after my free group starts, things will be kicking off with the people that are in it. I did good last week with my invites. I think I got like 25 one day, 24, 20. I think Wednesday was like 9. So I dropped on that. And then once the weekend got closer, it kind of dwindled. So I'm getting a little bit better with my invites. I do have a potential coach that wants to sign up. And I think that's about it.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think the next step, once we visit the goal and we adjust the goal based on what's happened in our life, what knowledge that we have that we didn't have, on July 31st, or I think there's 31 days in July, whatever, the last day of July, then the next thing we need to do is we need to revisit our why. Why are we doing this? Why are we wanting to hit the Success Club number that we are wanting to hit? Was it to support our team cup? Was it to build income? Was it to build for rank? Was it because this is what your biggest desire is in the entire world? Like, what is your why? And go deep with it. Like, challenge yourself. Like, this business is so easy to put it on the back burner. We don't provide you health insurance. Nope. We don't pay you when you're sick. Nope. There's so many things that we don't do for you that maybe your other job does, or maybe it's just so easy to overlook when life gets hectic. But there's a reason you're one of 6 people on a call at 9 p.m. on a Sunday night at the end of August, right when your kids have gone back to school or you have gone back to school. There's a reason. What is that reason? And then I want you to write it down and stick it on your mirror and look at it every single day. I just put my vision board right up here. And yes, Olga, I have a vision board finally. And it has great ideas. My goals for 2017, Elite 2018, $1,000 a week, London in October of 2017. I still don't know how I'm going to do it. They're all talking about budgeting and buying these Airbnbs, and I'm like, I'm going to do it. I don't know how. Investing in my business, whether it's a website or Instagram ads or whatever, I need to invest in my business. I want a diamond retreat. All of you people that are pushing for those big goals, that was huge for me. When Raina put that in front of my face, I was like, yes, I'm gonna do it. Well, why I should provide that to my coaches that are just like me, that would want what I would want, like that, that gets me pumped up. I gotta pay for that shit. I got work. And then I want to give more gifts. And I'm going to show you guys something that I got the other day. I went to Old Navy. When I go to shop, I'm very selfish when I shop. I'm a very selfish shopper. I like to buy for me. I like to buy leggings. I like to buy funky t-shirts. That's about it. And maybe cool sports bras. I have the most boring underwear on the face of this earth. I don't care about that. Nobody sees them, whatever. I don't care about that. And I don't buy things for other people either. I'm very selfish. I buy things for Charlotte when I'm on a trip. That's it. But I bought these. And it says, you are one in a melon. And they are 8 different blank cards that have funny little sayings on them. And it is my goal this week to send all 16 of these out to people in my life. I don't need to go out and buy a $50 gift certificate to someplace to send it to somebody. I don't need to go order a bunch of specially made shirts on Etsy and deliver them to people. I'm going to start with notes. And next week, I'm going to do something different. And the week after that, I'm going to do something different. But I am going to give more. And that is a big goal of mine. It's on my freaking vision board, on my list every single day that I look at. And then I want to read 5 more personal development books in 2017. There's 4 months left in the year, September, October, November, December. And I want to do 1 more book than there is months. Like, that is a huge goal. I'm almost done with You're a Badass at Making Money. I'm really excited. I love that book. I want to open a savings account. I've never had a savings account. My entire life. Never. I've just always lived out of one checking account. Like, come on, Kate. Christmas presents. I want them to be thoughtful instead of rushed and like bought at Target on the 23rd. Like, not kidding. That is me. And I want to do 90 minutes of meditation each week. And my 3 words that describe like the person I want to be are happy, kind, and organized. So after you revisit that why, I encourage you, you don't have to go out and buy a $12 vision board at TJ Maxx like I did today. You don't have to. Just stick them on your mirror. Stick them somewhere where you're looking at them every single day. Because that's why you're here. It's why you're one of these 6 people on this call, is because it matters to you. You tuned into this call because she's going to give us a tune-up. We've got 10 days left, and I want to know what I need to do in these 10 days. I'm telling you, this is what you do. You put this stuff in front of your face, and you look at it every single day. And you dive into those personal development books, and you have the conversations, and you talk about your lifestyle, because it is the lifestyle that you're promoting and that you want people to join you in. Okay? And then the last thing, set an action plan. The top priority has to be your health and fitness. Like Nicole said, she's getting up before she goes into work and getting her workouts done. I see her post every single morning. If I see her post every single morning, so does at least 5% of her Facebook audience. Okay? And that has to be the number one thing. You have to be focused on being a product of the product. Okay? So if you started school or your kids started school and life just took the hell over and you weren't able to get your workouts in and you weren't able to eat healthy, then tomorrow, like, get refocused. Make the changes necessary so that you can have experience to draw on to help those people around you. And be honest about it. Say, hey guys, last week was really hard. I don't know if it was hard for you or not, but here are 3 changes that I'm making today in order to make it a little bit easier, in order to really find time for me. The second thing is your posting. If you're like, when the hell do I post because I'm in school and I can't have my phone out, or I don't want to have my phone out when my kids come home because they've been at school all day and I want to really connect with them, use Buffer. Use the Facebook scheduler. But do a little bit of research when we get off this call in about 10 minutes and figure out how you're going to get those posts in. Because if you're not in front of them, if you're not living that lifestyle on social media, I can't help you with conversations because you're not going to have anything to talk about. That's just the way it is. You got to be in front of them. And then the last thing is, don't look at it in these last 10 days as oh my God, I'm not going to hit my goal, or oh my God, I've got to hit my goal, or like, just take it one person at a time. And when you're talking to that one person, give them your full attention. Do not think about 2 points when you're talking to one person. If 2 points enters your brain when you're having a conversation with somebody, say, I'm so sorry, I've got to let you go for 5 seconds. I've just got to clear my head real quick. I got a little bit of other stuff in my brain. I got to flush it out. Like take a break, because that is not going to get you to your goal. I have been that coach. I literally used to write people's name down on paper with 2s and 4s and 6s and 8s and 10s and 12s and 12s and 30s and whatever next to it. I was miserable as a coach. And I was a pretty bad coach. Because once I got those points, on to the next. Now I write those people's names down. And I say challenger or potential challenger. And then I say, yes, I've delivered their meal plan. Yes, I've added them into their groups. Yes, I've set a check-in date with them. Yes, I know their start date. Yes, I know their weight. Yes, I know they're starting their meal plan. So when you're talking to that person, think about all the things that you're going to be able to do in the future to help them, and then talk to them about it. If they say they don't have time, be like, my coach saves me so much time by putting all these resources in this online accountability group. Sometimes I have to watch like a 5-minute video. Other times I just have to download a PDF file that I can print off when I'm at work, and I can take home and I can organize all of my meals. The tally sheets. It's a great time saver. Really think about the objections that you're receiving and how they're really not objections in your world anymore. You're doing it. You're living it. And even when you struggle, you figure out a way to work it in. So that's what I had for you. That would be my tune-up. That's what I'm going to do. The last thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to set office hours. Olga and I have talked about office hours from 11:30 to 2:30, and I realized that I told the lady at Poppy's that I would help her out because all of her kids are going back to school and back to college and things like that, and I knew she'd be in a bind. So I said, hey, I'll help you out this next couple of weeks because, I just have time and I like you. So I'm going to be working from 11:45 to 3 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So now I've got to sit down and I've got to think 11:30 to 2:30 is 3 hours. When do I have 3 hours? And I have to make those my office hours. And then I have to communicate that to Olga because we had a deal, and I think that holding each other accountable to that is huge. Whereas I could have just said, I can't do it this week. Can't do it this week. Doesn't align with my goals. Okay? So I encourage you to find the time. You got something?
I do, because I know that it sounded like you're going to wrap it up soon. So Kate said, or somebody said, I'm going to continue with personal development. So I've been making a really conscious effort of shifting everything that I do. And I've been really intentional about it because my summers and my days before were spent on waking up late and being behind and being unhappy and already being behind and being unhappy because nothing was going as planned, but there was no plan because I was just waking up late. So I've been doing the Miracle Morning, or at least trying my best. And I stopped reading that book when somebody said, I think it might have been Melanie Mitchell that started talking about doing the 5-second rule. And I started reading that book, listening to it on Audible. If you struggle with getting anything done, like just like snapping out of the funk or getting anything done, you've got to listen to that book. And I don't even know if it's better to read it than listening to it. Like, she's really good in terms of her speaking and like keeping you involved. It's a 5-hour book. I finished it in less than a week, which is huge because 5-hour books take me very long. And she's like the #1 booked female speaker right now. And I can't tell you how much benefit I've gotten from this book and just listening to it in a week. She doesn't just talk about getting things done, but like using this 5-second rule to snap out of not wanting to do something, snap out of not getting out of bed, like, literally sit there and you're not going to snooze. But then she talks about how to manage your anxiety, how to, even like for us, it would help us communicate to people better because she will kind of help you use that rule to get your workout in, get your meal prep going, all kinds of stuff related to our health and fitness journey. But the last part, she talks about courage and how you need that courage to get your business started if you're doing a startup or whatever. So there's a lot of different things in that book that would benefit us. I highly recommend that book. I'm in love with it. I have to listen to it again. It's a good one.
That kind of reminded me of what I read 2 days ago. So I did all of my personal development while I was at the lake. Like I brought out my May Cause Miracles book. I brought out my journal. I brought out Badass. Like I did all of that for, 30 minutes to an hour because all the other girls were still sleeping, lazies. She didn't even hear me. Oh, she did hear me.
I heard you.
And it says, when we set out to make big changes in our lives, it's very common for the beast of overwhelm to lunge. We still have everything going on in our present lives, and now we're adding more stuff to our to-do list in order to achieve new goals. Are you kidding me? And it's not just more stuff. It's all the big, scary stuff that we've been too wimpy to do up until now. And it's all so big and crazy, and suddenly you feel like, holy crap, I can't move. Seriously, I think like something happened to my arms. I can't lift them. And then, once again, mastering your mindset comes to the rescue. Overwhelmed, just like calm, is a state of mind. And all you have to do is choose which party you're going to attend. And then she has a little box down here that I starred all over. It says, overwhelmed. When you make the unhelpful decision to stop breathing, lose perspective, and forget you're in control of your life.
Yeah, that's pretty deep. I have that book. I'm going to have to find, what page is that?
That page is 169.
Okay, I skipped through pages. One other thing that I did remember when you were talking about overwhelm right now, when Mel Robbins talks about anxiety, because I have anxiety, I have generalized anxiety disorder, or so that's what they named it. I just lose my shit for no reason. But she says that anxiety, fear, worry, and excitement are the same physiological. It's the same reactions. You get the same goosebumps, the same belly ache, the same, all that rush of feelings and emotions. And so and even for here, like even if it's like for me, the fear of messaging sometimes, because I'm afraid of the no's, if instead you turn it into excitement and you look at the outcome, you're going to get the positive, but just turn like, I am excited for this, this, and that. You 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am excited for this, and then go. It's just, it was simple things because like you're saying, you're in control of those things. And if you look at the similarities, you're going to be afraid. Okay. But then turn it into something positive. So I'm excited to send these messages and see who I can help. That was a really kind of like good little thing for me. So I added that to my positive affirmations. I am excited to help people, and I look forward to their responses. And I read that now every morning. So
that's really good. I love that.
Yeah.
For me, also, what's helped is the Happy Radio on Pandora that I listen to. That gives me like, it's Bruno Mars, and you're like, like he's just singing good music, and other people come on, and it's like, what I have the best job on the freaking planet. Like let's go. And if they don't want to be helped, like I've had people this month that I've just been like, you aren't ready for me, and I don't feel bad because they're not ready for me. It's not like I'm not in a state of lack. Like I'm trying to give them what they need. They're just not ready. That's not on me. And I think that's super important for you guys to realize that when somebody's not ready, that is not a reflection of the type of coach or the skill that you have as a coach. That is completely on them. Okay? All right. Well, I had some really good one-on-ones with everybody this week, and I am totally available next week to get it cracking and do it again. So make sure you message me a time, and if we already have it on the books, then we already have it on the books. But otherwise, yeah, let's get it scheduled and chat some more, because I really enjoy getting to know your goals and your fears and then making action plans with you guys. So it's definitely keeping me, accountable too. So, all right. Have a good night, guys. And if you have anything else, just let me know. Bye.